Well, I think that all law enforcement, all politicians, everybody who believes in authority and police and all that, they can't say that they're anti-violent. They're anti-violence. They can't say that. Because in order for authority to exist, police to exist, they have to be violent. Violence has to exist. If you don't want violence to exist, you have to get rid of all police. You have to actually let the people have the law in their hands. And then when bad people want to commit violence, and they're caught by a good person, committing violence against another person, stealing from another person, trying to break into somebody else's house, they have the right to kill them. And then it's ended. No more violence after that. That person ain't committing violence no more. That person ain't committing theft no more, breaking and entering. That could one day kill someone. No, they're just stealing, we're just in and out of prison, and then one day they kill someone, murder someone. And not all states gets life for 20 years or more for murder. They get 5 years for murder. Maybe 2 years for murder. Some states. Not everything's even and equal everywhere, because we don't live as the United States of America, all one set of laws for all. We live in different countries that we call states, but they're countries, because they all have their own laws. They all create their own laws. But then they will all use each other's laws to control everybody equally as one. The United States, under the United States Federal Corporation in Washington, D.C. The city government that was created in 1871. That's what it is. It's a city government. That's what the United States Federal Corporation is. A city government. It's a city called a government in Washington, D.C. That's not even a state or a country. But it's its own little piece of whatever. Because you can look it up. It's not part of the 50 states. And it's not actually called a state. It's a district. A district is something that's separate from everything else. And it's of Columbia. District of Columbia, some other country. It don't belong to us. It's not our government. They are pro-violence. They need their police to be violent towards irregular people who are trying to go about their day and living their life and exercising their constitutional rights. Oh, you're a constitutionalist. Oh, you're a sovereign citizen. We get to use those as excuses to get violent. We hate you because you are for freedom. They're not pro-freedom. They're pro-liberty. Ask us for permission to fish so you can eat. Ask us for permission to hunt so you can eat. Ask us for permission to collect rainwater so you can have water. Some states you can't collect rainwater. It's illegal. They say it belongs to them because it's in their airspace. But nothing belongs to them. It belongs to God. They can't take it with them when they die. This belongs to me, and when I die, I can take it with me, and it disappears. No. It's not yours. You didn't create it. You didn't buy it from a creator, someone who created it. It's not yours. It's imaginary. What's yours is what you pick out, and you put a fence, and then you say, this is, where I'm going to live, and everybody else is to stay outside of it, because that's what a fence is for. So you can take care of it, and you'll accept who you want inside your fence, your line, your curtilage. All property has a curtilage. Cops can't even go upon your curtilage without a warrant. Or they know somebody's in danger. They hear them screaming and hollering like they're getting murdered or beat the hell out of. Then yeah, they can go in the house. They can go break in the door and make sure that they're not being murdered. But not for any other reason. Just cause we're cops. No, that's not the way it works. There ain't no just cause. Law. Where's the law? The law gives just cause. Where's the law that gives you just cause? Come into my house without a warrant. Put your foot in my door. Keep me from shutting my door. Where's that law? You can't just make up what you want, do what you want in fairy tale world. You have to go by a fairy tale world law. But in their fairy tale world, they get to make up whatever they want, do whatever they want, because they have, I don't know how many, 8 different things that protects them with qualified immunity. They have other things that protects them. I have the whole list. I got the whole list of of all the stuff like qualified immunity, everything that protects them from going to jail or prison, losing their job, losing their gun rights. They don't get to lose their gun rights. We do. Even if they lose their right to be a cop in the state that they were fired as being a cop from. They'd have to move to another state, get a new one for that state. Peace officer certificate in that state. Become a state citizen and then become a cop in that state. And they don't get to go to jail for what they did, murder or whatever. But like they say, and like I've said, unless enough of the public rises up and says something, there's no throwing the cop under the bus and throwing them in jail. And they still don't lose their gun rights. Because they haven't lost everything to be able to lose that. They get more respect. They're above us. That's why they call themselves men and women. And us, males and females and subjects and suspects and whatever else beneath them. We're all guilty. We're not innocent. Innocent till proven guilty means they gather up all the evidence they can against you. They're investigators. The cops get what little bit they can, and they should be giving that to investigators. Investigators get more, as they watch you, study you, and whatever. And then they give it all to the prosecutor and the judge. And them two look at it, and go through it, and go, okay, we believe this person to be guilty, because we got enough evidence to say they're guilty for now. But they're still innocent until they're proven guilty in the court of law. In the end, you're guilty. Bam! Magic wand. You're guilty. Magically. Bah! You can look it up. The different types of wood used for magic wands. The different types of wood used for gavels, for different purposes. They're all magic wands. Just magically, a case is sealed, it's closed. They live in this fantasy world of make-believe. You can object to the courtroom you're in. It's an Article 1 Tribunal, Maritime Admiralty Court of Law. Look it up. What is an Article 1 court? What is an Article 3 court? We're supposed to be in an Article 3 court. I object. I don't believe in this Article 1 court. I should not be in. I'll demand to be placed in an Article 3 court. We cannot do that. We don't have them. Well, then I'm not supposed to be in this court anyways. Show me where it states I'm to be in this court, an Article 1 court. They got to prove their side too. All you got to do is to object to everything that they're trying to place upon you. Trying to make you believe you are, and that they want you to believe you are, so they can believe that's what you are, so they can do what they want to you. You're not objecting to anything, so we can do what we want to you. So, that's all you do. You just walk up in there and you just start objecting to everything, and you don't answer any of their questions. You just, I object. It's all hearsay. I demand to be placed in an Article 3 court. And that's really my opinion. All you need to say. That's my opinion. I mean, there's nothing else you can do. They already got you in there, and everybody's like, they can do whatever they want to you anyways. Prove it then. Walk in there and object to everything. I object to it all. It's all hearsay. I don't consent to any of it. And they can't do nothing because they got to get you to accept the charges brought against you. They got to get you to understand what you did, and that it was wrong, and that they get to punish you through consent to do it, through ignorance. Because they don't teach you how to get out of all this, because then they can't exist anyway. That's what people don't realize. They can't exist in the way they do exist if they teach us how it all works, where we can get out of what exists today. We can get out of it. We can end it. It's easy. You just walk in there. You don't want to pay the fines. You can't pay the fines. I object to it all. It's all hearsay. I don't consent to any of this being brought upon me. Oh, and this is not me. My parents didn't create it. I didn't create it. The state created it. It's not me. But you can have it, do what you want with that. That's not me. Because that's not how I write my name. I'm not allowed to. If I say that's me, then you want me to say that's me, then you're wanting me to commit fraud and break the law. Because that's not me. I can't be something the state created, because the state didn't create me to be able to give me that name. That's why I gotta pay to get it, pay to hold it, because it's not given to me. So it's not mine. It's not a given name for me to have and use, and hold and write down and do whatever I want with. Nuh-uh. I'm to do what they want me to do with it. That's why when they sit there and they make all these arbitrary laws, statutory laws, and all that, it only applies to the name on that license, driver's license or ID. That's all it applies to. And if you say, "Well, that's me," okay, then we can apply these laws to you and not to that legal entity where we just create a documentation and just that's it. It's put away. Nobody goes to jail. You didn't create a victim, so nobody goes to jail. That's all they need, and that's how they're supposed to do it. But they're not going to tell you that because they make money off of you, and they won't make money off of you if they tell you, "Oh, this is not you, so I can't do anything to you. I can't fine you," but they can fine the all caps name. They can get the money that they want through the Social Security account that's created, because it's an account. It's a Social Security account. Think about it. You pay for Social Security out of your check. Where does that money go into? Social Security, huh? Where does it go into? Social Security account. There's an account that money goes into. And when you get Social Security money, that's the money you get back that you paid in. Or supposed to get it all back. And you should be able to have the right, in my opinion, to say, "I want to get this much back out of it, because I need this much." Inflation and prices go up. Well, I now need this much so I can survive and be able to have what I need to survive and be happy, because we have the right to be happy. And they don't have the right to oppress us, to oppress our happiness, to where we can't be as happy as we want to be. And that's what they're doing. They're taking away our right to life, freedom, and the pursuit to happiness. F liberty. Ron Paul's for liberty. No, liberty is different from freedom. Look it up. The difference between freedom and liberty. Freedom versus liberty. Liberty, you get privileges. They can take away. Freedom, they can't take your freedoms away. They didn't create them. They can't take them away. They didn't say, "We're going to be a government, and we're going to create freedoms that we can, take away." No, God created freedom that they can't take away from us, because God gave them to us. That means I have the right to freely go fish so I can eat. Freely go hunt so I can feed my face. Game wardens and all that was created to stop people from going out, killing an animal, and taking their head and leaving the body. Because that's cruelty. Just to have a trophy of an animal's head with the horns. That's animal cruelty. Because you're doing it just to have something, you're worshiping an idol. You're turning that into an idol to be praising and worshiping and saying, "Yeah, I killed that and I got the head of that." And to me, that's kind of insane. In my opinion. Everybody else can believe what they want on that. But that's violence. Just to have something, to possess something, and not do something good. Yeah. So they need to stop saying that they're anti-violence. They're hypocrites. They're liars. They sit here and they tell you lies to your face that they're anti this, they're anti that. We're gonna call them sovereign citizens. And then we're going to hate them. Oh, we're anti-hate speech. And, but hate speech against people who are for being sovereign, free, is accepted. Hate speech against white people is accepted, but they're anti-hate speech. They're anti-violence. They're anti-war. Oh, now we changed the Department of Defense into the Department of War. Now we're for war. War against this and war against that, because that's what they've always been for. So Trump gave it the name it's supposed to have. Because they always go into war. War against drugs, war against guns, war against, or war against, or for the safety of children. We got to throw children into the mix. We got to use them too. We got to use anything and everything. So that way they can exist in our minds and exist in this world. And it's all fairy tale fantasy made up. They can't exist without us saying we agree, we'll let you exist, and we'll play along, and we'll follow your rules and laws and whatever. All fairy tale world. That's all it is. Man made up a government, and man made up authority, and other man just accepted it, said, yeah, we'll go along with it because what you say to us sounds good and sounds right. But then when it all comes down to it, like now, it ain't right. We're not supposed to have it. It's not supposed to exist. We're all supposed to be free to police ourselves. Even one governor who's against weed and wants to take all THC products off the shelves just to protect the kids, but yet, they don't show any kids buying any of those products, getting high on those products, eating those products, nothing. It's just an excuse. Raise taxes and just have people hating each other and fighting each other. They're not anti-hate. They're not anti-war. They're not anti-violence. Stop believing these people. Stop believing the government. It's not what you are to believe it is. At all. So you all take care. Bye.